Hi guys, Stormboy13. This is a quick update of what's been happening recently. I'm just going to get straight into action, and I never thought I would have been in this situation for so long now, but today, this is filmed on the 19th of May. It has been exactly 2 months today since I've last left my home area. That's right, no joke, haven't left this area 2 months straight, because there was no need for me to. Never thought in a million years I would have to do this, but obviously this is for the safety of everyone, and of course to protect the NHS staff. Basically, ever since the lockdown came into place 2 months ago, or just under 2 months ago, stayed in the area 4 days before the actual lockdown occurred, but obviously because of that lockdown, it's difficult to say, basically I felt that there was no need to upload a lot of videos during the lockdown. Sorry, I thought I had a fly around me. But yeah, I really wanted to know why, because I haven't really explained much clearer detail on why, when the lockdown occurred, the weather forecast has been, well, mostly with captions popping up until just last week Sunday, or a few days ago. Basically, I feel like when the lockdown was introduced to the UK, I felt there was no need for me, to talk to the screens, because most of the time the people would have to stay in our homes, and not everyone will be able to leave their homes for very good reasons. With only exercising once a day around that time, it still applies for Scotland and Wales, but this is why I kept telling everyone every week, whoever has watched my weather forecast videos with the captions version, this was me taking part, having to make some sacrifices in my life, to scrub my plans or whatever what I was doing. Honestly, that's the reason how it's been happening. I haven't been able to make huge amounts of videos. Anxiety was unbelievably high. Quite a few are probably aware of that by now. I wouldn't be surprised if that occurs to you. A week ago, the lockdown was slightly eased, only very slightly, which means I'm now allowed to do what I want outside, as long as I don't be less than 2 meters apart from anyone else. But you can do what you want. You don't just have to exercise. You can sunbathe, which I could do right now, but I'm still not feeling in the mood. But you can get a bit of freedom out. This is why I've been able to talk to on the camera now instead of my phone, which has been for nearly 2 months. So yeah, it's literally last 2 months. It's just been quite painful at times. The whole experience is something I'm never going to forget in my life. I'm kind of proud of myself for the fact that I've managed to stay in this area for 2 months, because since last week Wednesday, I could have immediately left my home area and go somewhere, I don't know, Loughborough or somewhere, but at the time being, the cases was probably still too high, the deaths were still too high for it to, prove it would be that safe to go to a different area again. So I knew I'd just keep being in this area a bit longer for a couple more weeks at its max. But possibly by then, when I leave the area, I will make another video. I can't give too much, clear detail of the area-wise, home area, it's personal stuff. But I could possibly go into Loughborough, which is just south of where I live, in a couple of weeks' time, just see how different it may look. And it's only a question mark. I have to do this when it's absolutely safe to go back there again, because I'm not spending a third month quarantined in this area, unless obviously if I have symptoms, then obviously I would have to quarantine myself for at least a week or two. But I've been absolutely healthy as a active dog, let's say, over the last 2 months. Probably said in the wrong description, but you know what I mean. I'm active, healthy. I have not had any symptoms. I definitely didn't suffer any loss of taste or smell or fever or having to cough over the last 2 months. So I've definitely think I've escaped the coronavirus. But like I said, this is just plans over the next few weeks. The good weather as well last 2 months just hasn't helped. It has just been such a remarkable spring. Funny timing had to occur when the lockdown was in place. But also in terms of my media work, it's going fine, in case you wanted to know. And the next video straight after is going to be, today would have been my GCSE Maths Day. It's the 19th of May and it can't be on because of the lockdown. Because of coronavirus. Whoopee. Most people would be happy, but I'm not. I just couldn't believe that to be cancelled, but obviously at the same time, you know, it had to be for safety. But anyways, that's it for this video. It's just to give an update on what's been happening, you know, why I haven't been uploading as much the last 2 months, because there was no need for me to. But possibly over the next few weeks, might get a little bit back on track and just get some more updates for you, and then we'll just go on from there, and fingers crossed, you never know, by July we could be the permanent end of lockdown, or we could be facing a second one by autumn. I don't know what's going to happen by then. But that's it for this video. Please stay safe, guys, stay alert, make sure you respect the government's rules, don't put yourself in danger or at risk, and especially with your loved ones. And that's about it for this video. Next video will be the GCSE Maths update. See you soon. Storm Snow out.